Jimmy Shin.
What's up?
Jimmy Shin.
I thought everyone already knew. That's why.
I know. I like, wait a minute, I didn't even say your name. Like, you're the most important. You wouldn't even be here tonight if it wasn't for you.
Well, hopefully you'll label the interview
Yes.
in front. So
Yes, I will. So, Jimmy, like, we're starting in with the TV credits, which is something that came on board quite a bit after you won your first contest in Seattle, right?
I actually didn't win it. I was basically the rookie of the year.
Oh, so Rookie of the Year is not winning.
Not winning, no. Rookie of the Year it was my first year of comedy, and I actually, you know how there's different places for each night that you do it,
Yes.
and then they basically sum it all together.
Yes.
And I managed to win a couple of them.
Nice.
And so because of that, on my first year, not bad, right?
Bad
So I
at
got
all.
Rookie of the Year. So actually, I did not win. Just to
Okay.
make it clear.
Oh, well.
But it
cool.
gave me enough confidence to say I might have something.
Yes.
And moved to Los Angeles, so that was something.
So when you got to Los Angeles, you feel like you're Crocodile Dundee, don't you? A little bit, going from Seattle to LA?
A little bit. I visited there a lot and really kind of got myself used to it a little bit and visited my friends and did a lot of research and stuff like that. So I was kind of prepared. So I wasn't a complete fish out of water.
Cool.
But what I liked about it is that I didn't know too many people there. And so it forced me to put my hand out and meet people. And so, because sometimes you get comfortable in your comfort zone. Let's say even in your city you can, right? You got your little crew of people, your wingman or your road dog, right?
Yes.
But it's good to reach out to other people because that's where you're going to get the gigs.
Yes.
That's where you're going to get the jobs.
So tell me, like, the first month, let's put you back in that moment, Jimmy, where you're new in Los Angeles, moving into an apartment, you're saying goodbye to friends, you're building a whole new, like, where did you go? What did you do in the city? I mean, LA is a big deal if you're serious.
Yeah, honestly, it was a very humbling experience because, in Seattle, I was kind of a big fish.
Yes.
I was doing really well. I was already featuring a little bit. But when I got there, I was like a complete nobody. And I basically had to start standing in line at the Laugh Factory, standing in line, putting your name in a bucket at the Comedy Store, just to get 5 minutes or 3 minutes sometimes.
Yes.
And so, it was very humbling, but I kind of like that I started all over again because during that period of time was probably when I met the most people. Because you meet people when you're standing in line. They're eating a bologna sandwich waiting just like you are.
Like bologna too, I'm full of bologna. Aren't we all?
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
great.
Yeah, so I think being sort of the underdog sometimes is an advantage because it forces you to work hard for those relationships and kind of claw your way back up.
You're you are singing my praises right now.
Yeah.
5.5 years, I've got a little residual brain trauma. So my career has been like, I've brought people into the scene and they've won contests, but I'm really thankful for the slow times, how long it's taken, because those are solid foundations that sometimes if people come in and everything's easy, then when a roadblock comes up, they're not equipped.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
And I
wonderful.
like that you're teaching comedy because I think by teaching, you're going to learn.
Yes.
And by doing those things for other people, you're actually probably healing your own brain.
Yes.
And getting yourself back together.
It is.
at the
It's
same
so
time.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad that you're doing that.
Thank you so much. I have to say, having read everything about you, there's two parts here that I would love to have you cover before you need to get in, because he's going to be headlining all weekend here. So get down to Harvey's. See Jimmy Shin, a comic with a law degree and musical ability. I've seen one person on this stage in the last year with strong music ability. So can you, explain a little bit about the law degree transition into comedy? Because I'm sure you got pushback. I read a little bit from your parents are now on board, but that had to be a unique thing to you. And The music you use, I have not yet seen you. I'm going to go to the 10 o'clock and try to get in there. By 10 o'clock I'll be in there. Do you use music in your comedy?
I do. I do
it's so
a lot
cool.
of parody music.
Oh,
And so
cool.
I'll take like old 80s music or, songs that everybody knows and make it into a funny sing-along.
I love it.
And so let's say, for instance, I made, Time After Time by Cyndi Lauper.
Yes.
Let's say a lot of people know that song, and then I turned it into a cocaine song and called it Line After Line. And you'd be surprised, like when I would put my arm out, they would sing along.
Wow.
And it's nothing crazier than like 200 people singing the song. And it's I guess it's the closest thing that I'll ever be to a rock star, but it's pretty fun. So I see why people pursue music with reckless abandon, because it's a powerful thing when people start knowing your music and stuff and singing along.
I'm starting to, try using music in my comedy because I can sing. I do it all the time at home. But doing it for an open mic versus on the main stage, it's not there yet. But
Yeah,
I'll
it's
be
got to be
watching
there
that.
to do the main thing. I'm not going to be doing it tonight. I'm going to be
Okay.
actually working out another hour, but
Wow.
but I do it often, and people do request it sometimes.
Wow.
So, but
Tell me about the law transition. You're in law still.
Okay, so I'm in law school. It's not my dream. It's my dad's dream.
That's so
and,
cool.
I was sort of brainwashed into thinking that it was my
You're
dream.
not Jewish like me.
Well, it's the same thing. I think Asians are a lot like Jewish people, and that their parents want you to be lawyers or doctors, or you're nobody, right?
Yes.
So basically, I figured out on a weird thing, like I got caught with marijuana, and got back then it was a felony.
Yes.
And so it took me off the lawyer track for a few, but I could have, rehabilitated myself and got myself back up. But during that interim, I discovered stand-up. Someone said, "Hey, you're really funny. You should go try the open mic." And it was kind of a dare, and went there. And from the moment that I did it, I realized that this is what I wanted to do.
It became a passion.
Yeah, it
From
became
a
a
dare to a
passion.
passion.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like that.
yeah, I could tell you story after story of why it's a passion. The first thing is that I did it for fun and for free for 5 years. You know what I mean?
Wow, yeah, it's a
like
passion.
5 years of drive. Probably paid to play. You know what I mean? A lot of times. And then the whole driving everywhere.
Yeah.
If you love something, you will do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can't wait to wake up and do more.
Yeah, exactly. You know the feeling.
Yeah.
And so, yeah,
It's a drug.
It's a drug. Yeah. And
It's a
so
good
when you're
drug.
when you're hooked on it and you find something that you're willing to do for free and go to all lengths to do it, I think you found something for yourself.
Yes.
And I wanted to hang on to it.
Yes. So your parents come and they see you on the Late Show.
Yeah,
That
it
was a turning point for your parents.
It was actually on the Tonight Show.
The Tonight Show.
With
You're
Jay
right.
Leno. That was about 4 years ago, and yeah, when they saw me on TV, and it was just almost surreal, for them to actually see it. And then they actually came to a show just a few months ago in Tacoma Comedy Club, and I did a show out there, and that was the first time they've seen me live. They've seen me on TV on my special, but for them to see it live, and
different.
they couldn't
Come
believe
down.
that all those people came out to see me. They thought, because to them it's like, it's not a real thing. They can't imagine that you could make a living doing something like stand-up.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I do feel
They're
you.
just from the old school.
Yeah.
They just think that the only real jobs are like what they know.
Yeah. I've been trying to get colleges and high schools to let me speak, to get them in here. And you get a lot of pushback from educators, like, this is not a field to go after.
Yeah.
From the drama department, well, same thing is true for drama.
Oh yeah, high school guidance counselors and all that, they've led people down the wrong path. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you have to start with what you love and your passion, then the money will come. But what they teach is you get into something safe, something secure, something realistic. But how do they know what's realistic for you?
Yeah.
So how many, Mozarts, how many, Eddie Murphys, how many of these people did you stop?
Yes.
You know what I mean? And deprive, society and culture of art.
Yeah. And like, if you're funny and you have a right brain wit, a lot of times people who are left brain think, oh, paper, scissors, rock, I'm better than you. You're just a goofball. And they don't give the credence to the intellect it takes to have comedy. So that's cool.
Yeah, I found that some of the comedians I've met are smarter than the lawyers I've met. So.
Thank you. We had a whole table full of lawyers last night. Did you see them when we had that contest going on?
Mm-hmm.
This entire table that was here,
Oh, wow.
we're all lawyers, and they're going to be doing stand-up next week at Thursday night.
I bet you that's a good practice for them.
Yeah.
You know, get out of their comfort zone a little bit and maybe make them even better trial attorneys, right?
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, so when you were on these shows, Carson Daly, Jimmy Kimmel Tonight Show, you gotta have, like, in closing, because I know you want to get your head wrapped around your hour you're gonna go do all weekend long, get them down. I want to know, like, a funny story or a heartfelt thing that happened to you here.
Well, one of the biggest things after my set on the Tonight Show, Jay Leno walked right up to me and said, "You're very funny."
On the stage?
On the stage.
Oh.
And so when you get that, you know, that's, you know, back in the day when Carson used to do that and bring you over to the couch, it would make your entire career.
Yes.
But now it's much different. So, you know, I got that sort of validation,
Yes.
but it's not going to make your career like it used to. I thought,
Like
oh,
with
things are
Johnny
going to
Carson,
change.
it would have catapulted. But
Now it's just, I don't know, I think people aren't watching as much late night, number one. I better get in there.
Yeah,
But,
we need to
number
let you
two,
go.
I think it's just not, there's just so much content out there. You know, the audience is just spread out. You know what I'm saying? Where before everybody just watched Carson at a certain time, right?
did.
And so it was just a tradition, right? And now, you know, I don't know too many people that sit around and watch late night. They're
I
watching
do, but
Netflix, they're watching
everything.
Hulu, they're watching
Roku,
Amazon
whatever.
Prime. By the way, my special's on Amazon Prime.
Yes.
You can stream it now for free. It's called Walk of Shame, WOK. So it's Jimmy Shin's Walk of Shame. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Jimmy.
I'm gonna head in.
So awesome meeting
Okay.
you.
All right.
Bye.